Hello and welcome to another episode of Beartrapt and Friends Play Normals. Uh, Today we've got myself on Rengar jungling. We have Star Wars Mike on Blitzcrank, another one of his early Blitzcrank games. We have Pierogath or Anda on Caitlyn, and we have Mad Middle or Brandon playing a mid character this time. He's playing Ari with the new Ari skin. Um, Today this game is going to show how a bad game can be turned to a good game. It's also going to show how, Rengar in lane early will do well, but if I think he's better off in the jungle. That's just me. You can see this Rengar, he's going to do the trick where he collects ferocity off of the mobs. We're against a Karma, a Jungle Cho'Gath, a Graves, a Diana, and obviously another Rengar. Here it's me and Mido. Mido's supposed to be leashing for me, so he's going to sit there. Um, Anders playing Caitlyn. Anders, a relatively good player. We play with him from time to time. He was in that Kennen. A lot of the videos. I know I've been putting up a lot of videos recently that have been short clip videos, but that's mostly because the short videos are really easy to put up because they don't take a lot of time to record. When I record videos like this, I have to actually sit down and record them, and I do them in short takes, but still, it turns out to be a long process. I get a pretty good leash from Mido. With Rengar, if you're jungling, I feel like you can go without a leash, but it's hard. It's really hard. I literally like to get a decent amount of damage on wolves, and then a hard leash on red. This Shen has a pretty bad time with Rengar at the start, which I don't really understand because I always feel like Shen is a bad matchup for Rengar, especially in top. But as you can see, I get the leash there. I finish off getting red buff. We have Ander and Mike in the bottom. I'm gonna speed this one up to double time because it is a longer game, so I don't want to make you guys sit through 46 minutes of my voice. So here we go. Let's increase the speed on that. See, I really don't see Rengar being a good match to Shen, but somehow this Rengar does get the upper hand. I think he gets ganked. He gets good gank help, and Shen is pushed up pretty far. I don't know why he's pushed up that far with no ward, but hey. Here in mid, I failed a gank for Mido. It's very hard for Rengar to gank in mid. Was pre-level 6. But we do have a kill here for a kill here for Blitzcrank. And yeah, this is the gank. As you can see, Rengar himself doesn't really do a ton of damage to Shen. I obviously gank as well. We pick up Graves, and we chase Karma. She's not gonna get away. I don't know why she was running because she was not getting away. And Anda steals that kill after all that chase, but it's alright because he's the AD carry. And I don't know why Shen is complaining so much because we just killed 2 people in bot, and he was pushed all the way up. As you can see, the enemy Rengar is like, yeah, you were really overextended. But I mean, when you play with random people, like sometimes you're gonna end up with that problem. So there really isn't much to be done about it. Luckily, he doesn't get dove on the turret here. Mike is one of those blitzcranks that's actually a pretty effective blitzcrank. I have a feeling that would have been a much better go of things if he had stayed with me rather than chasing the other Rengar when we could have probably killed Cho'Gath, who's pretty squishy at those low levels. But I don't really blame him because he's not in Skype. He doesn't know what's going on. And as you can see, the game it's not out of our control yet, but it's certainly not going as well as we would like. And throughout this whole thing, I keep telling him not to engage Rengar when he has high ferocity. And if he's building ferocity up to like 3 or 4, you really shouldn't. But the random is like, no, I keep getting ganked. So trying to make something happen here. I like, because I feel like if somebody needs to, we need to definitely not lose bot if we're gonna lose top. Mido, being the decent player he is, and also playing Ari, is able to avoid a gank here, while Shen gets tower dove, and not even with full ferocity, just tower dove. It's funny too because Mike is one of those strange guys who plays support Shen and Blitz. He just recently picked up Blitzcrank, but he also plays Gangplank really well, and he loves Gangplank for some reason in Misfortune. He's just a strange guy. I can't gang there; it's too pushed. Mido is getting beat up underneath his turret. It's like I said, it's not a very pleasant start to the game. And the Shen is again pushing really hard for some reason, and then just stands there and gets destroyed. Thankfully, he escapes. I mean, I don't know why on earth he would push a lane that hard without knowing where the jungler is or without having a ward. There, Mike picks up another kill, which is nice. He kills Kama, which you would expect. I want to give Mido blue, but I can't. But he's engaged at the moment. But I see the other Rengar, so I figure maybe we can gank him. He's at 5 ferocity though, so I definitely back off. I don't 5 ferocity 3 levels higher than me. Jumping him is a bad idea. Mike barely misses a kill there, and Mido picks up Diana, which is good. But then here comes Shogath, the other jungler, and as you can see, Anders doing a really good job of poking, but there's really not much to be done there. He almost picks up Karma, but he's got Graves like behind him, shoot him in the back, so he can't really do much. So while we're still even in kills, we're down about 1,000 gold, and we're losing the turret battle. We're kind of getting beat up, but we're doing the best we can. I'm only level 7. Obviously, fail gank will put you behind pretty far as a jungler. Um, right now I'm 1-1-1. Blitzcrank is 2-1-1. Shen is 0-3, which I'm not even going to begin to tell you how annoying that is. Without being able to see them, we kind of just assume they're doing dragon. And we get into a mini team fight here. I get killed. Mike picks up. Uh, Mike dies. I die. Ander dies. Yeah, it's just nice. A really bad exchange. So now we're down. Now we're down even more. And I remember being a little bit upset with Shen here for destroying the wraiths, even though I wouldn't be able to like just be as mad as I wanted to because he's a random. You can't really yell at people you don't know. Well, you can, but it just makes you look like an asshole. So I'm getting pretty frustrated. The whole team's pretty frustrated. Good play here. We catch Diana a little bit out, but Shen does no damage, so we can't really convert on it. So we actually have to back up a little bit. Mike didn't land his pull. Not that it's his fault. That would be a hard pull to land. And stupidly, I go in, and Shen thankfully teleports to me, which saves my life. And we pick up 1 for O there. And Pierogath almost kills Graves. That was probably the best. That was probably the best use of a Shen ult. That was probably the best play that Shen made this whole game. As you can see, he's arguing with the enemy team, which I don't even understand. I try my best not to really talk too much in games because I feel like it's just a waste of time. We lose another dragon to them, and then it's looking really bad for us. Rengar kills Mike, and then we have our damage dealers show up though, and we're able to pick up 2 kills there, but we lose a turret in the process. We try and take a turret back, but Karma forces us off this turret. But with Rengar's burst, that double Q on turrets is amazing. Now I'm about to do something really stupid here. I'm about to turn around and try and fight Cho'Gath, who has Feast, and I die. But we pick up Cho'Gath, we pick up Diana, so it's not a terrible loss for my death. And now we're even in kills. We're still down about 1,000 gold because of the dragons we keep missing. Uh, I'm playing pretty poorly. I'm 1-3 right now. Shen is 1-3. The enemy team has a 5-2-1 Rengar, but the way he's building, I don't understand. If you're on that sort of tear, you should have had your tooth a little earlier than that. But that's just my opinion. Now here, Mido sets up a very, very good gank. With my ult, I'm able to close the distance and kill Karma relatively easily. And we pick up Cho'Gath because Mido flashes for it. So now we're ahead in kills, and we're almost even in gold, which is good. We are still 1 turret to 2, though. As you can see, I'm building health, but that's because that's what I do on Rengar. I build health, and I use the tooth for damage, and then... I mean, it's all about your effective survivability with him, I think, because his base damage is high enough that he can still do his job. A nice pull on the Rengar, but nothing comes of it. Right now, they're still the stronger team, but we feel like maybe we can turn this game around. Shen dives into them, which is good. The enemy Rengar is right there. Obviously, we didn't see him at the time, but it turns out to be a pretty positive team fight for us. Even though we lose Mike, we pick up Karma, Diana, Cho'Gath. Shen extends a little bit further than he needs to, but I don't know. I don't know what that was for. Now things are swinging more in our favor, which is good. You know, it's like I said, he had a really good lane phase. He's 6-2 right now, but I don't really like. He's not going to be scary. Soon enough, he won't be as frightening, because he won't survive the engagements. Here they tower dive us, and they get the tower, and Cho'Gath kills me again. I was not having a good day with this Cho'Gath. And basically we get split up here. Perogath dies. Shen runs. Diana somehow gets an execute, which I don't really understand, but here we have Mido and Shen trying to defend this turret. We're still ahead in kills, but we're down 2 turrets, and as you see in the pro games, I don't know if anybody watched the North American regionals. Turrets are important. We catch Rengar out there and kill him, and we know they're going for dragon, so we go down there. We figure they don't want it, so we'll take a dragon. We get our first dragon of the day. And Cho'Gath, I don't know what Cho'Gath was thinking, but he decided he was going to finish blue as opposed to, not being there after failing dragon. And it was pretty funny because his response was, "That's just rude," and I found that hilarious because I'm the one who killed him. I'm 3, 4, and 6, but I do also have my crystal, my giant's belt, my phage, and then my tooth is relatively stacked compared to the enemy Rengar's tooth, which isn't really stacked at all. Enemy Rengar is built a Wriggles Lantern, which I don't even build when I jungle him. I guess for sustain and lane against Shen, but even for that, I don't really think it's a very good pick. Right now, you see Peroga get kind of caught out. There is no way he survives that. Shen teleports to him, but that works more as bait than anything else. And we end up picking up a few kills. I killed Diana. Mike misses a pull I really wish he would have got. The enemy Rengar picks me up because he decided to use the bush more effectively than I did. Mido still picks up Kama, which is nice. Um, Now, about we're reaching that same area of stacks now, so he's getting more dangerous. Uh, I always worry about other Rengars because I see a lot of them are terrible. This Rengar wasn't bad. I just feel like if he had built a little bit more effectively, he would have become a serious problem from going 8-3 at this point in the match. He plays a good game. He picks up a Frozen Mallet, which is not a bad choice. If I build a Phaedron Rengar, I like to build the Trinity Force because I think he benefits a lot from everything the Trinity Force things. The only thing that's wasted is the mana, but even for that, you waste the mana, but it's still effective. A nice tower dive here from Mido and the random Shen. Um, but the Sheen proc is still really good on him because after your Q, you'll get a massive attack speed bonus. So it's always nice to be able to boost your damage because toward the middle and late game, you really aren't gonna have the ability to just destroy people, and the slow isn't really gonna help you. Or Frozen Mallet when you have a slow already with Bola Strike and Empowered Bola gives you a root. Um, I finished my Warmogs. Um, Ander is building well. He already has his Eye Edge of Amsept and Zeal. I don't really know much about AP casters, but Middle looks like he's building relatively well as well. And Mike had no idea what he was doing. Uh, on a good engage, we kill Karma. Uh, we chase them, and it turns into one of those should we tower dive? I guess we're tower diving moments. I pick up Cho'Gath. Enemy Rengar comes in out of nowhere. Uh, I kill Diana. The enemy Rengar kills Mido. I use Rengar's pushing power to destroy that turret. Uh, and then suddenly I'm positive again, 6-5 with 9 assists. So can't really be too mad. Anda does what a good AD carry with that much range is supposed to do, which is poke the tower. And we get a pull, and we decide to go in, but then that turns out to be a bad idea as they're all up. Mike turns around and runs into 5 of them. For some reason, he decides to YOLO it up right there. And then Progeth dies. And see how quickly they can just down Baron. Baron's just like a tower that hits back. So Rengar's pushing ability makes Baron pretty easy as well. Uh, it's pretty bothersome when the enemy team has Baron and engages you, but they chose to engage us under a turret. So we do our best to try and wait this Baron out, defend. We really don't want to push up, but then we figure the dragon is going to be doing damage to them, but they end up taking it before we get there. Shen dashes across the wall, and then Karma decides she's going to try and run. I jump off of Karma to help, and Shen picks up Diana, but we lose Prowith. Yeah. Enemy Rengar built a Maw of Malmortius. Another, I guess, is a decent item on him. I would build it if they were AP heavy, but I don't know. We're not really AP heavy. Well, I guess we have 3 AP members, but still, Blitzcrank and Shen aren't going to be doing the most damage to you. It's going to be myself, Mido, and Caitlyn. 2 of those are AD, but you can't really argue with somebody who is on the enemy team. Let them build what they want. As you can see, I do have the Phage and the Sheen. Like I said, I don't believe in building a Frozen Mallet on him versus building a Trinity Force if you can afford it. I think a Trinity Force is a lot better. We're trying to lay a trap here. Like we're trying to get an ambush, and we turn around and try and engage. But now we're split off on both sides. But the way they split makes this still not a terrible engage, but it's definitely not a good one. Diana chases Mike all the way to the turret, and gets killed because she decided to chase. Really isn't much we can do for Shen here. He's running for his life, but he dies to Karma. Meanwhile, Graves dies down here to Caitlyn. I'm I wanted to pursue the Rengar, but I really can't because he's a little too much higher on health than me. But he kills Anders, so we have to go in. And then Cho'Gath kills me again. I did not like this Cho'Gath at all. Uh, Mido Mido being super Ari comes in, kills Cho'Gath, and now if the chase is on, miss pull. Uh, but it's still a positive exchange for us, even though we're behind 2K in gold. It's still a positive exchange. If not for Diana, that Karma would die. Karma's a weird champ. You don't really see her too much, but when you do see her, she's either played really well or played so badly that you understand why nobody plays her. For this last item, this other Rengar is building a chain vest. I don't know what that's for. I finished my Trinity Force, so now I have attack speed from the Zeal as well. So I'm getting close to the build that I normally will try and end with. Um, and really, this other Rengar is doing really well. He's 11, 4, and 9, and I'm 6, 7, and 11. So I mean, he was fed, but that's not the point. Right now, Anda is 6, 6, and 9. Mido is 9, 1, and 13. Finally, we catch a dragon here, another one, which is good because we've been losing dragons often. Uh, Here we're kind of dancing around Baron. We really want them to engage it. Then Diana face checks. I don't understand why Diana face checked that bush. I pick her up. Anda gets killed by Rengar. I kill Diana as well. Kill Graves. Turn around. We kill Cho'Gath. I kill Cho'Gath. And all of a sudden, we get a swing, and we start to try and kill Baron. Other Rengar stays there, gets killed by Mike, and we actually pick up Baron, which is phenomenal. Ander was a little bit upset because we left him to get just destroyed by the enemy Rengar, but we were chasing the carries like we were supposed to. I don't really know why he was so mad, but that just kind of happens sometimes. And here we have Baron. We're none of us are really terribly low, so we're gonna try and push a little bit. I want to siege this turret, but we can't because I didn't notice that Shen hadn't killed his yet. This is one of those we should just get out of there moments. We really won't be able to effectively siege this, so Mike and I start running. Feed Middle blue there. Since I have blue somehow, I think I'm gonna kill somebody they had with blue. Um, Mike just I don't understand that. Him and Shen decide to dive into all of them. And that's just a bad move right there. Of course, Mido playing a fantastic Ari this game, uh, is able to pick up a kill, and then as they chase him, I'm able to come in and kill Diana again. It's funny because right now Shen is just kiting them around. I mean, this is what I mean. Sometimes, like yelling at the guy, maybe he gets discouraged. Maybe he doesn't want to play the game anymore. Maybe he feeds. That's why you just deal with some people having not being the best laners, but then maybe late game they're pretty good. And that's exactly what this guy was. He wasn't a great laner, but in late game he played his part pretty well. I mean, it wasn't a hard peel off, but it's still a good peel. I mean, what's great about it is, we were losing this game pretty hard, and then we were able to turn around and make a decent swing. And right now, Mike is feeling some kind of way about playing Blitzcrank, so he decides to go in regardless of anything else. We dive into them. Right now, we feel like the stronger team, and the fact of the matter is we are. And here you see Mido just wreaking havoc as Ari. Shen deciding to be Super Shen. Graves gets caught out of position, and we're able to just sustain a tower dive right here. Because the right people are getting hit by the turret. We pick up Caitlyn. Caitlyn picks up 2 kills there, and then they finally surrender. If you look at the item builds, it definitely tells a story. Graves finishes eye edge. He built him a dreads. I guess that was for me and Shen. Um, no Phantom Dancer, no Zeal. The Cho'Gath we built tanky, but not a lot of AP there. But it's whatever. Progath, Anda he built properly. I feel like I built properly. Spirit's Visage on Rengar is actually pretty good for the heal, and the fact that they had Diana, a Cho'Gath, and a Kama. So you got to look at what your opponents are building, and you got to look at what you need. I really don't think this other Rengar knew how to build too well, but he played for a very, very good game. He went 12-6. He did better than me. But that's the difference between a good lane Rengar and a good jungle Rengar. If I may toot my own horn. Anyway, I will be putting up this video and hopefully another couple episodes of real games because I know I've been hitting up the short videos a lot recently, and that's gonna keep going because those are very easy and quick to put up. But I figured there needed to be some real games with commentary on, because if not, then the channel gets a little boring. It just turns into one big clip show. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.